What's up, everybody? Trey Griggs here, and it is time. Can't wait for you guys to see Ricky Camacho today. Let's go. What's up, everybody? So glad to have you here for episode 139 of The Word on the Street, powered by Beta Consulting Group. We got a big show today. It's going to be exciting. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on, and glad that you are joining us today for the show. Got a lot of events to announce. The street crew is full. The green room in the back is completely packed today, so we're going to have an absolutely wonderful show today. Cannot wait to bring on our special guest, and she's been doing some amazing things. You guys might know her from some of the work she's been doing on social media. You've probably seen her on TikTok. You've seen her around doing a lot of cool things. She's with a brand that is absolutely killing it, everybody. I can't wait to talk today about social media, talk about so many other things that are going on in the industry and in her world. And so we're going to have her on the show to talk about what she's been doing, how she's been making that all happen. So everybody, please give it up from Freightvana. I don't even know her title, but man, she is like all things recruiting and social media, doing some great work. Everybody give it up for the one and only Ricky Camacho.
Hi.
How are you? Maybe a little music here. You don't have it. Yeah, there you go.
Good vibes all around for the people.
What's up, girl? How are you?
I am so good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. It is great to have you on the show. I've been looking forward to this show all new year because we got you booked last year. So I'm so excited to have you on the show today. What's good in Phoenix? What's going on?
Oh my gosh, over here in the office, we're just in a really good place right now. We have a lot of new faces, a lot of people that are just getting really excited to jump in and doing some fun culture events. So we're just in a really good spot right now. The vibes are high. We're kind of killing it.
They're kind of killing it. I think that's an understatement of the year. Kind of killing it. It's so good to see what you guys are doing. I still haven't seen my Freightvana trailer in St. Louis. I can't wait to see that. Hopefully we get a chance to get one of those here real soon. But that'll be fun whenever that happens. All right. So talk a little bit about yourself. Tell everybody who you are. How did you get the Freightvana? Tell your backstory real quick, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. So in college, I studied marketing for the most part. And my career was a lot of different types of marketing situations. I was in a lot of different industries as well. I started off in the nail tech industry as a social media manager, and then I went to a franchise called Native Grill and Wings, and I was their local store marketing coordinator, which is basically like guerrilla marketing, coming up with events with local people. Then COVID hit, and then I did some email marketing for NASM. And then I went to another logistics company where I did a million different things. But because I started posting on LinkedIn, actually, about a year and a half ago, Josh reached out to me and was like, "Hey girl, I like what you're doing. Have you thought about recruiting?" And I was like, "No, but hell yeah, let's go." We had a meeting right down the road here at Federal Pizza. And he kind of told me about what that would entail. And I was just like, yes, brother, I'm ready. Let's go. And
okay. Hold on for just pause. Your interview at Freightvana was where?
At Federal Pizza in
I love it.
Town.
That is so on brand for Freightvana. I mean,
Yeah.
Seriously, let's just say that is totally on brand for Freightvana and how it all worked out. So did you know anything about Freightvana when you came on board? What did you know when you signed up for this?
Yes. So I have been in logistics for about 2 years now. And I came from a brand that was not super about, being edgy on LinkedIn. And I saw what Josh was doing and Shannon and Don. And I was like, these guys are freaking cool. And I saw them just posting their people all the time and having just a good time. And I was like, I want to be a part of that. And then lo and behold, Josh is in my DMs and I was like, bless, let's go.
Oh my gosh. I'm loving this story more than you can possibly imagine. It is so cool just to hear how it all came about to be in that direction. And you said something really interesting before we got on the call. You said you spoke this into existence. Talk about that for a minute. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I'm really into like manifesting, and a lot of people have a different kind of idea of what that means. Some people believe, if you think hard enough, it'll happen. That's not true. Manifestation is tied to your self-worth and, actions that you take. So if you, put yourself in a position where you're taking action for your goals, and you have high self-esteem, and you have a really clear vision as to who you want to be, kind of everything else will fall into place. And manifestation is really just setting your intention for things that you want to achieve.
I love that. I could not have said that any better. In fact, there's people in the green room actually clapping. I think it's time that we bring on the street crew and have a fun conversation today.
Let's go.
And who better than to start with, but our friend from Zen Freight Solutions up in Butler, PA, outside of Pittsburgh. Everybody give it up for the one and the only Raquel Packets.
Hi, friends.
What's up, friend? How are you?
Oh, lovely. Happy Friday the 13th.
That's right. It is happy. It is Friday the 13th. I didn't even think about that. Nice.
Yeah.
Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for being on the show today. Always good to see you. You got a new book coming out.
Yes. Another one coming out March of 2023. This one's Unleashing Your Soul Level Magic. I'm so pumped for it.
I love that. I love just the fact that you just keep putting yourself out there and keep doing that. Have you met Ricky, by the way? Do you guys know each other?
I've not, but girl, I was clapping you on from the behind the scenes here because you're right on. I love it.
Yeah.
I am all about manifesting.
It's amazing. It's amazing how it happens. I can tell you one story. I told somebody that I want to be the Jimmy Fallon of transportation, which is true. Like, I'd love to have a little show, do some dances, have guests on. I did that already a little bit, right? Yeah. And I said that. And then within 2 weeks, I had somebody reach out to me and ask me to do my first live episode of Standing Out last year. And it was like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. You throw stuff out into the ether, and a lot of times it comes back to you. Rudy says, awesome energy, enjoying this conversation. Rudy, thanks for joining us today. Is Rudy your husband who does you do the vocabulary content?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Those are great. That's great. We're going to talk more about your here in just a little bit, which is awesome. So all right, we got another guest backstage. You guys know him as well. He's just constantly kind of messing with the man a little bit, ruffling feathers and having a good time out there. He's got an incredible swag story. He's killing it on social media. Everybody give it up from Lowboys Industries and Max Freight Lines, our good friend Jason Rabin.
Can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, buddy.
I just want to play the song just a little bit.
Listen, that's my theme song right there.
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Man, it's a beautiful day. Thank you for having me on.
I'm glad that you were here. We're going to talk social media today. You're killing it on social media, doing some cool stuff. We got an update to make in regard to the Tough Mudder Charity Challenge. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But good to see you as well. Everything good in Phoenix? You're coming from Phoenix as well. You and Ricky should have done something together.
I'm gonna dip in a half hour. I'm going to Fuzzy's Tacos with the guys from Highway. We're gonna break bread. We're gonna talk shop, like all over the place.
That's a good spot. Fuzzy Tacos is legit. I'm down with that, so that'll be good. Well, good to see you, man. As always, great having you on this show. Time to bring in some more street crew members. This guy from Talent Solvers, and he's got some pretty decent walk-up music on the street crew. Everybody, get up for our good friend Coleman Ruffin.
Are you working? What kind of work do you do? Decent? That's what I get? Is decent? No, this is great. This is a banger right here. I was going to say, though, the Regulators, we were talking about the rap group before the show started. I could see Trey being the lead singer on Regulators right there. Mm-hmm. I can see you bouncing that.
Yeah, see now we're talking, because a lot of people don't know this, but there is a secret desire in there to be a hip-hop artist. I would not mind dropping an album one of these days. Maybe we could drop a transportation-themed hip-hop album. And speaking of that, I think I know a guy who would do that with me. I think he would have no trouble jumping in and throwing down a few bars from time to time. Never get up for our good friend from Truck Book, Hayden Allred, in the house today. Look at that shirt, everybody. Look at that shirt. Oh,
you know what's up, guys? Sometimes you're walking around the house, you get attacked by the sleeve monster. It happens.
Speaking of content, Ricky, have you seen Hayden's stuff online? Have you watched him on social?
Yes, I have. His energy is certainly unmatched.
It's so good. It's so good.
I don't know. I think you've set the bar for energy. I'm just trying to keep up, honestly.
They have set the bar. There's no doubt about that. That is for sure. All right, we got to keep it going. Coming to us today from Reliance Partners, our good friend in the industry, coming to us from Nashville, I believe, with the sleek green. And it's not a green screen; it's a black screen. Everybody, give it up for Graham Gonzalez. Everybody.
By the beard of Zeus.
It's like his face is floating. It's like it's floating. I mean, look at
Comes
this
in the
guy.
Matrix.
It's very tricky on sales
I
calls.
mean, look at this. Is that not freaky? That's kind of freaky.
We need binary code raining behind him in green.
You need a black
Too much, too
turtleneck,
much.
bro. You need a black turtleneck, and you literally would look like your face is floating. in
I
that.
need a
mean,
green
that would-
screen just behind the beard. We'll put it in space or something.
I love it. What's up, man? How are you? How's Nashville?
Doing well. It's a busy week. We just had a small snowstorm this morning, which was nice, and we had
Did
golf
you
ball
really?
size hail yesterday.
What's
But
that?
just in my part of town, my colleague in West Nashville only had rain, no hail. It was nuts.
Interesting.
I don't know
Yeah,
what's
well,
going on.
this time of year, you never know what you're going to get. It's just kind of the way it works. So, you
Lots
know,
of chocolates, Trey.
that is the way that goes. All right, everybody, coming to us from Chattanooga, just south of Nashville and a little east. Everybody give it up from Carnes Logistics, our good friend Nathan Frazier. Frazier. I like this. I'm going to say it like that from now on. Frazier.
We got the same ones. Same walkout?
I've heard down goes Frazier more than most.
Down goes Frazier. So,
How's
what's
everybody
up,
doing?
brother? How are you, man? You good?
Doing good. Had a little snow here, nothing like Nashville. Still cold
Yeah.
enough not to wear a sleeveless t-shirt, but
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah,
If
good
I
to
had
see you, man.
if I had those arms, I'd wear it too.
You're in luck. You can join Iron Minds and anybody can get arms, shoulders, traps. We got you
That's
covered.
right. We'll just throw a little. Yeah, that's right. I love that. All right. Hey, listen, I'm just gonna throw out there right now. There are some people in the green room who aren't gonna make it in today. You know, StreamYard has the limit of 10, and I want to do the count. We're up to 8, and there are 3 in the green room. So this could not turn out good for somebody in the green room, and I'm not sure who it's gonna be yet. But let's go ahead and get some more people in here coming to us from Armstrong Transport, the Freight Sensei. Everybody, give it up for our man Scott. Also decent walk-up music. Also decent walk-up music. Ricky, this is the best one. This is the best music right here. You got to do it with us. Here we go. This is how it is.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100%
And 100% reason to remember the name.
He doesn't need his
What is
name
up,
in
Scott?
lights.
How you doing, brother? See, Scott could be on that album as well. Scott, your volume's low. Check your settings, but you look good. You look good.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
There you are.
Let's go. Here we go. See, it's the new mic thing. I used to have this old mic that made me sound like I was in a place in a space station, and then no one told me about it. And I was like, "What the?" I watched back some new episodes. I was like, "Okay, all I needed was a new mic. Cool."
So Ricky, you don't know this, but Scott notoriously comes in muted every week. Every week. Like
That's right. I was on. You'll have to ask Jeff if he hops on. I was on with him last Tuesday. We were doing training on sales chatter. I came in on mute, and they're like, "What's going on, Jeff?" I was
You're like,
it's standard.
It's all day, every day.
Amateur hour.
We have it. Yeah, it was fun saying, Ricky. It's always amateur hour around here. That's just the way it works. So
There's
you know,
always
when
someone that comes in muted. It's inevitable.
when things go wrong, you know, it's just kind of the way it is. But that's how it is. All right, everybody, listen. Our final entrant this week so far on the Street Crew, unless somebody drops out, our final entrant coming to us from Chicagoland, up in Matson Logistics. Everybody, get up for our boy Greg Roberts. Oh, Tough Mudder in the house.
Yeah.
What's up, brother? How are you? Oh, is he muted?
He got
it. Got him.
Got him.
There's always somebody. There's always one, Ricky. That says, okay, so Ricky, I got to ask, what walk-up music was your favorite there? I know you're a music connoisseur. Which one was your favorite walk-up music there?
Oh gosh, they were all so good. I can't.
Oh, don't play
I can't
that card.
pick-
Come
I
on.
can't pick
It's
one.
okay.
I can't pick one.
Don't play that card. Just you know,
Okay.
divide the room. Divide the room.
I don't know what the song is called, but that 10% song is like obviously like
I'm telling you, that's Freight Sensei Scott Watanabe. That's so good.
Remember the name.
Remember the name.
Remember the
That
name.
one's
Yes.
solid.
Ironic, I didn't remember it.
Yeah. Okay, which one's second? And don't say Coleman.
I think hers was fire. Ricky, yours was getting fire. I was getting hyped up.
Hers was good.
Yeah.
I know. It's not bad. Ricky's was pretty good. Josh Breeze, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, a little vibe check. A little vibe
Breezy
check.
in the house.
Yeah, it's a good song. Good song. Good music. It's good music. Apparently, it bangs at 34 seconds, and we couldn't cue it to that. So, unfortunately, we'll have to work on our game, our production game. But that's all right. That's all right. Okay, so Ricky, let's jump into our discussion here. We got several people in the comments. If you're in the comments, tell us where you're coming from and what your walk-up song would be. We'd love to know. That'd be great. Rudy, as we said, already here, enjoying the conversation. Great to have you, my friend. Jennifer, might miss you today unless somebody drops out. You might be late, so we'll just see what happens in that regard. Okay. All right. So, Ricky, we're going to talk a little bit about recruiting, about social media. Let's talk about that a little bit. Talk about the recruiting game at Freightvana. You know, we've had an interesting season. We've had a lot of people available now, but when you started at Freightvana, it was a very difficult market to find talent. Talk a little bit about the approach that Freightvana has in terms of recruiting and, you know, how that came about.
Yeah, of course. So this is my first job ever recruiting. So honestly, there was a little bit of a learning curve there for me at the beginning. Just kind of being nervous of tripping over my words in pre-screenings and trying to remember all the correct information. But kind of once I got the hang of it, we really take it from like a social selling standpoint. We really just want our culture to speak for itself, and it's as easy, honestly, as taking a camera around the floor and talking to our people and getting some feedback from them and making a fun video, releasing some tidbits of awesome things that happen around the office. And, you know, talent at this point just kind of comes to us. I don't have to do a whole lot of outreach just because, like I said, our culture speaks for itself.
What a great problem to have. Talent just comes to you. That's tremendous. I was talking to Josh on one of my podcasts on Standing Out, and he said, and I still remember this, I'll never forget this. He said, we have not spent $1 on recruiting, which I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, think about that. In the market that we were in, where talent was so hard to find, to not spend $1 on recruiting, I mean, that's incredible. Parker, good to see you, man. And Jennifer, I have to tell you, get in line. The Bodacious Cowboy is next in line if somebody drops off, but you can hopefully get in. We'll see what happens. I don't know if anybody's dropping off of this one today with Ricky. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. But, you know, that really is tremendous to think that you guys haven't spent money on marketing or on recruiting, because your marketing is so good. You have done a great job of showing off your culture, telling what your company does, and people want to be a part of that. I mean, it's just clear. You know, you guys have gone from, I think, 25 a year ago to now, what, 65 or so, 70 people in the office?
Yeah, something like that.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really tremendous. I mean, Coleman, you do this every day in recruiting. I mean, how many companies have that kind of resume?
Yeah, not a ton. And Ricky, I'm not trying to pump you and Josh's tires too much, but we've even talked about y'all on this show before, where just like a freight market, right? The talent market is the exact same thing, where you see these ebbs and flows and the powers that switch between. But there's so many things that you can do during those ebbs and flows to really set yourself apart. So like you said, right, pushing out the content and saying, this is what Freightvana is all about and what we're doing. In those markets where it's candidate driven, they're automatically coming to you, as opposed to just seeing everything else that's out there. And then same thing when it's not so much a candidate driven market, you're still top of mind, and that's extremely important. So kudos to what you and Josh have built over there. It's huge.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who may not be too familiar with the content that they've been putting out, I just figured that I might play a little bit of it for us, that we could take a look at it and see what that content was like. So here's a little bit of the content that Ricky and the team over there have been putting out, primarily on TikTok's probably the primary outlet, but you do it all over the place, correct?
If you don't see Freightvana content, you're not even LinkedIning. Like, it's everywhere. I can't even turn it on.
That's right. All right, everybody, check this out. Here we go. This is a little montage of some of Ricky's content on Freightvana. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Great start.
Wait a minute. What happened to our video?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, we'll take that off. That's terrible. That's horrible.
Sorry, Ricky.
Hold on.
Amateur hour.
This is how it works, everybody. So let's try it again here in just a minute. Let me see if
guys, we need a
hope
video.
Kyle's not watching.
Let me see if I can figure this out. That was bad. But that's why we're here, everybody, is just to go live and see what happens. That's how it works out.
Bring tech in.
That's right. We'll see if it happens. All right, we'll get to it in a minute. We'll see if it comes up again. Right now, I'm not feeling too good about throwing that up there again. So we'll try it again here in just a minute. We'll see what happens. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate that. Yeah. And let's see. Okay, so let's see if it's any better. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one. All right, let's just try it again.
Oh my God! You want to buy one? Yes. Just shut up and take my money.
Okay. Well, I won't be doing any of that, but thank you so much.
Y'all better come up here and get one of these.
What's that?
It's a chicken salad.
And then it's right, but at the same time, I don't know, because then sometimes it's like you go and then but like.
Dancing and singing and moving to the grooving, and just when it hit me, somebody turn around and shout it, play that funky music.
Now, Now, listen, I will say,
transition.
no, that was much better, and all apologies on the first try. But that that last little video, that last part that we saw was shot in the Freight Von office. You guys do that type of content all the time. Some of that's at your house, but some of it is at the office. Talk about the culture and the vibe around like making videos and how it seems like everyone on your team is cool with participating and being a part of that.
Sometimes it takes a little bit of convincing, but I do have, my select few that are always like, hell yeah, let's make a video. But sometimes, it takes a little bit of convincing, just a little bit of sweet talking. But once they start, doing a few of the clips, they get really excited. And then they're like, okay, that was fun. Like, let's do another. So
yeah,
good time.
Yeah. It seems like
I have this vision of like Shannon and Lars, like welcoming in like a new partner in a very corporate-esque, like, sense, and like they're walking through the office just kind of giving the lay of the land, and like there's this designated glass box area for TikTok, and like Ricky and Josh are just in there like doing the like Harlem Shakes going on. They're like Wolf of Wall Street, like when everyone's losing their minds, and they're like, just don't worry about that. That's our marketing department. Anyway, that's like what I see in my mind.
Imagine what the clips look like that don't make the cut.
I have
Imagine what the back end clips look like.
What was that?
Imagine what the back end clips look like, the ones that don't make the cut. We
need
need
an outtake montage from the Freight Von crew.
We need the director's cut.
Yeah, behind the scenes look, something like that. So we need some new content, Ricky. We need to step it up a little bit over there.
Okay, 2023, you'll get an outtake reel.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about brands in general and the ones in the industry that are doing some really exciting things out there. I mean, when you guys think about that, obviously, I mean, when people say what brands are killing it, Freight Von is on the top of the list almost every time. What are some others though that we're seeing out there that are doing some really cool stuff? There's well, you guys jump in. I got a couple I would say, but what do you guys think? Who's really doing it on out there on social media?
I think
Rocket Steam.
Yeah. Steam's making noise.
Rocket shipping.
Rocket shipping.
Rocket shipping top 3.
Yep. Ardent X, I believe, is doing some pretty cool stuff online as well. Trailer
Shout
Bridge.
out to Connor.
Trailer Bridge is doing some cool stuff as well. There's a couple that are really doing it. Lowboy Industries has come up big.
Lowboy,
lately.
How about that?
It's come up big lately. If you're not familiar with that, go to lowboysindustries.com. Always got a shout out from my boy. Who else is doing some good stuff, and what are they doing? Like what's hitting right now?
Gunner, man, it seems like he's every time I refresh, he's got something.
Is he moving freight still? Is he still moving freight because he's got content?
He moves a lot of freight.
I believe it. Yeah. I just don't know how he does it.
He's been skipping the gym, it looks like, because he's just on LinkedIn.
He's at the gym.
He's probably awake before someone was.
Gunner moves freight. Gunner moves freight while he's doing bench presses.
100%. Can confirm.
There's probably strength and all that.
Sid Raycon.
He literally has no clock in his body. I think the guy's just 110 miles an hour, 24 hours a day. For sure.
Yeah, I believe that. But it's interesting. I think that people are starting to realize the power of social media and how free it is, and some of the creativity of it. What's funny was, I don't know about you, but like 4 years ago, I was reprimanded for some of the content I was putting out on social media from company because it didn't go through marketing. Right. And there's still companies that do that, some of those companies, but I think companies are starting to realize that the more that they, if they hire great people and they trust them and they give them some guidelines, that those people can massively help grow and build their brand. I think, Ricky, every time you guys have a new hire, a lot of times I see them on Instagram or on TikTok where they're doing a dance or there's a picture or something like that, and it's just becoming a part of, I think, the culture that we're moving into with the new generations. But I love that. I think that's incredible.
I think it's constantly just being in front of people's faces, because the way our world is now is they can be doing anything in their social life. And if they have a need, all they have to do is click something and they can find a fit for that need. And that's how doors are opened in this business more than anything, is just when someone's in need.
I heard probably a Gen Zer, not sure exactly where the break is, but I heard a Gen Zer say that when they want to look for a restaurant, they go on Instagram or they go on TikTok.
Or TikTok.
This is where we start feeling old, Raquel. This is just embrace it. All right. This is where we start to act our age, because I was like, Instagram to find a restaurant, but there's truth to that. And TikTok's a massive search engine now. I mean, it's
Wait, is there like a map search? Like how?
Yeah, there's a few ways you can look it up, but they have actually redone the search engine optimization for TikTok. So you can literally type in anything and it will pop up a slew of videos. You can go through, like, you could literally say restaurants in the greater Phoenix area and shit will pop up. Or, like, you can get as granular to say restaurants in Midtown Phoenix tacos and you'll find it.
So think about this: if you're a restaurant out there, right, you should do something with your cooking staff. You do something with your serving staff. And put it out there because that's how people are going to find you. And go, I want to go eat at that place. That place is cool. You know,
I've seen the guy on TikTok. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, Nathan, we know. What's Scott?
There's a pizza joint. I'm not sure where it was at, but I saw it on social media. They were about to go down, like they were about to shut down, and then they had this food critic had like a million followers or whatever. Yeah, and he said, "Hey, I don't know why you're not, guys. No one's eating here." And then the next morning, there's a line out the door, and it saved their business.
Yeah.
Did Dave Portnoy have anything to do with this? Did El Presidente come do one bite there?
I have a friend who down in Central America, and he reviews restaurants on his Instagram, and it's so big that restaurants now invite him to come, and he eats for free everywhere. Because then he puts stuff on Instagram.
Man.
He puts stuff on Instagram, and everybody knows him. It's Foodie Hub. If you're out there, Foodie FODIE Hub on Instagram, and the dude is just like, he's killing it with free food. I was like, you get free food everywhere. He goes, everywhere I go, I get free food because they know me, and I just
that's enough to do it right there. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's it's amazing. You know, here's what's interesting. And so, Ricky, this goes along back to the recruiting idea visit. I saw Gary Vee talk about this, and he said the problem that companies are going to face with Gen Zers is not that they maybe don't have the skills or what aren't applying, but that they're not actually wanting a job because they're making money other ways, creative ways on social media, through TikTok, through Instagram, through YouTube channels, all these things. They're making money. And it's like, well, why would I go to that 9 to 5 sitting on a desk, which is going to make it challenging for people to do that. That's why I think what you're doing at Freight Fonda is so revolutionary, because you actually people want to be in the office. They want to be there in that community. And that's what companies are going to have to do. I know that, Andrew at Molo, they have a new office in Chicago with a basketball court inside of it. I mean, companies are going to have to think outside of the box. Yeah. Like it's like on the 30th floor, Coleman, there's a full basketball court. Like I could work at that environment, right? Companies are going to have to think differently about how to attract people to want to come in to an office and be in a group, especially if they can make money on social media doing whatever they want. So
if I'm not mistaken, Justin Bieber showed up to Molo and played ball there a couple months ago just because he heard about the 30th floor basketball court.
That's sick. That's cool. Ricky, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna say also, like, the Gen Zers that do want a job in the corporate world, they're not particularly money driven. They're more caring about if they can wear what they want to work, if they have work-life balance, if there's mental health support, if they can throw their ideas out there, if they can build their personal brands. Like, they're not necessarily money motivated. They're more about the quality of their work situation.
Yeah.
Ricky, can I ask how often that is?
Because 10 years ago, you could recruit somebody to a brokerage by just telling them we have beer.
Graham, what were you going to say?
Yeah, Ricky, I wanted to ask how often you're seeing that. And the reason being, and this is just a personal thing, is that I would almost always prefer instead, like, have more of a poor culture and get in and grind if the money's there. You know, long-term strategy, take the short-term hardship for a long-term payout of freedom in the future more sooner, right? So how often are you seeing that people want those cultural things over compensate? Maybe not over compensation, but you kind of can
as a priority.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see it a lot in people that are coming from like big Fortune 500 companies because they're like, I made a shit ton of money, but like I was miserable for the last like 5 years or whatever. So I don't really care about the money. I would rather like be mentally stable. And then actually a lot of younger kids too that are like, well, look, I want to travel. I want to be able to go to hang out with my friends. I don't want to be bogged down with work, but when I'm here, I'm here. But I also want to be happy when I'm here. So I'd say probably like 35-40% of the time, people that I am in conversations with care more about those sorts of things than they do about the money.
Yeah,
that's insightful.
I truly feel like this was a big shift after COVID.
This is how powerful social media is, right? So Ricky and I, we are in the same.
We've got to bring it. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody.
Hear that?
You got to bring him in. The
We only have
bodacious
9
cowboy.
people.
Is
Yeah,
in the
coming off
house.
the bench.
Oh, Greg left.
Everybody give it up for Jeff.
Hey, no hat today, sir.
Wyatt Earp is rolling in his grave right now. That is a great mustache.
Oh no, Scott's here? Not again.
Quality music.
Oh, Jason's here too. Yeah, we
Jeff,
gotta
what's
stop
up, brother?
doing this, guys. Really have to.
You stop meeting like this.
You know
Jeff,
how
you stuck
much
it
I
out, man.
believe in podcasting, right? Or even any kind of content. I don't do that.
Speaking of, great episode on Hold My Beer last night.
It was. Don't be that broker.
I caught the replay on the way home, so it was a lot of good insight.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
killing it.
Okay, so Jason, you were talking and I interrupted. Jump in there, man. Go back.
So
Keep going.
this is the power of social media, right? So first and foremost, I jumped on LinkedIn right the day I started my company in March of last year, and I had no idea the wild ride we would go on. But the people that stood out the most right away were Freight Vana, were Josh, were Ricky. And it actually encouraged me to just throw it against the wall and see what happened, right? And so then fast forward a couple months later, I meet with you, Trey, and I never had been on a podcast. And here we are. I'm comfortable. It's a necessary medium. But I'm going to break it down even further. Ricky is so good at recruiting in person. I have to hire agents. I don't have any talent to hire W-2 employees. So I had to pivot my entire strategy based on what they were doing. That's the power of social media. So I can't even find people that want to work for me. So I got to pull people out of Florida who don't know about the local juggernaut that is Freight Vana. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll roll with the punches. I'll pivot. But that's
Jason calls
legit.
someone in Phoenix and they're like, "Are you with Freight Vana?" He's like, "No." They're like, "Okay, no thanks."
Can we get a co
so glad.
agreement? Let's do something here. No, that's the power of social media. It's a big universe in terms of transportation, but man, it's such a small world. It's so small.
Okay. I have to ask a group a question. Play a little bit of devil's advocate. Is this a phase in terms of what people want moving forward, or do you think this is lasting?
No.
Is this going to be?
We're setting the bar.
No one's going back to the formalities pre-COVID, where it's an overly professional world when people don't feel like they can truly be themselves. As much as a cliche as that is, I have a very similar story to Ricky when it comes to posting on social media and really trying to put myself out there, where I was throttled, handcuffed, despite getting traction from my target audience that was going to make that company great money and be a good fit for them. And because of that, my best clients right now are from LinkedIn, and it doesn't even have anything to do with posting about business. It's strictly relating to the human element behind the buyer, because that's the one thing we can all relate to. Despite buyer, seller, we are all human, and no one is void from the problems that life is going to bring to us. And I feel like when you can connect to someone on that way, it makes it feel like they know you a little bit. There's relation there. You can kind of take that guard down and stop these false pleasantry dances. We can just talk. We can have a conversation now.
Yeah, I think that's true. But let me ask you this:
stuff like that.
If the market goes bad, let me just throw this out there. If the market goes bad and people are desperate for work, and employers decide that they can require things, will people abide? Will people say, "Okay, those things aren't important anymore because I need work"?
No.
At what point? Where's the breaking point
not.
between this is normal? And because you know what I'm saying, that's how we got to that point in the first place, was that employers kind of lorded it over employees. And now we're seeing a turn. A lot of it had to do with the pandemic. A lot of it had to do with maybe just the new generation, social media, TikTok. There's a lot of influences on this, but I wonder if it's lasting. I hope it's lasting, but I wonder if it's lasting.
The ebbs and
Companies
flows.
also used to give a lot of benefits to come and work at their company, right? You'd get a pension, and that's no longer a thing that you can obtain. Also, the pensions, now that I look at it, it kind of locks you in so that you can't leave a company, because you're like, oh wait, I've been here for 15 years, and if I stay 5 more, and then what kind of quality are you getting out of that employee who's just trying to stay to get their money?
Some of them do just enough to get by and stay.
Exactly.
Amen.
Yeah, so it's an interesting conversation. We'll just have to kind of see how it plays out. But
I
it's
think it's like the Facebook. If you remember some of the older people on here.
Nathan. Nathan.
Uh-oh.
Got to cut you off.
Here to the wagon. Coming out the end.
We got someone else in the green room. We got to bring him in. Everybody give it up for the executive director of the TMSA, Jennifer Garbus Romaine. What's up, friend? How are you?
I told you I was impatiently waiting, and I was counting, and I saw it drop. I'm like, oh, I hit my button again.
There's an open door.
Dude,
love
you're
that. That
walking
works,
so
everybody.
makes me want to kick a door. And I hear Shania come on.
That's what Scott said the first time you played too.
I've enjoyed that. So Nathan, sorry I interrupted you with Shania.
You're right. I think of the older generation, if you remember the Facebook when it was just university and you had to have a .edu email even to sign up. And the younger
I like how he
kids,
called
you
it
tell them
the
that these
Facebook.
days, they have no
The
clue what
Facebook.
you're talking about. But I think that's the development of social media. I have a question for Ricky as well. So in my side of stuff, I do more of a remote model brokerage, which I enjoy. We have some people, but we have an office, but I like people to have freedom and do what they want and just make profit out of, just do business. What I get, and I don't know if you see it where you're at, but 10 years ago in brokerage, no one had experience. So if you found someone with experience, it was amazing and you had to pay them a lot of money. But now people go to a brokerage and they go to a large brokerage house and get a lot of training or a little training, and then they don't like it for some reason. Like you were saying, people are changing jobs more often. Where do you see more people? Because I get a lot of I'm an experienced broker, and I'm like, well, you worked for 2 months in brokerage, so how are you experienced?
It's on the
That's a
resume.
learning curve, Nate.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need.
Calls a day.
Honestly, I like people that have only a couple months experience are pretty honest with me. And they're like, look, I know what a TMS is. I know the difference between LTL and FTL. That's it. And then I get the guys, that have like 20 to 15 years of experience. And they're like throwing around all these like buzzwords and stuff. So I think it's honestly a big mixing pot, but typically when I see people with 10 plus years experience, they're definitely looking for like a lot of money. Like a lot.
But
like
Ricky, I have to challenge you for a minute because I was in the Freightvana office back in, I want to say it was like July of this past year, the first time I'd stepped in the office there. And I was speaking with one of your team members who had experience as a freight broker in a different part of the country, but wanted to be a part of Freightvana in Phoenix and reached out and made the move. I mean, that's the power of it. Like, being a part of something bigger than yourself is huge. And so, I've seen it both ways on your end. You're attracting not only those young workers that don't know what they want to do, but they just like the culture, or maybe they have limited experience, but you're also attracting the people that know what they're doing. It's impressive.
Because it's cool because like not only do we have this awesome culture, but we're so new and seeing success so early on that people want to get in to be a part of that foundational story. Because 10, 15 years down the road, who knows where we're going to be, but like the way we're going, it's really exciting. And that's how we're kind of getting those more seasoned people that are wanting to be in, because they're like, damn, like I want to be happy at work. I want to be stoked to be a part of this, because all of us know, it's very, very stressful to be in logistics. Being a broker is not the best all the time. So, we provide that space for people to be themselves and to be happy and have a beer at 3 p.m. on a Friday if they want, and blast some pump up music and be themselves.
Let me make a prediction. I think, and if you guys have not been to the Freightvana HQ2 yet in Phoenix, you definitely should go there. But let me make a prediction. I think that within 12 months, you guys might be giving tours of the Freightvana facility, because it is so stinking cool. You walk out of the elevator, and the whole culture just starts when you walk out of the elevator. So it's pretty awesome what you guys are doing. Absolutely love that. Okay, we got to take a quick break, everybody. I got
a quick question.
All right, Jeff, go ahead real quick.
Okay. So, Ricky, are you afraid that when you hire people like Scott Armstrong, right? They have a 12-week program on their training. Okay, so it's pretty good. Are you afraid that somebody's going to give you the wrong image, that's not knowledgeable, that says the wrong thing that they really shouldn't? I mean, it's all about branding, marketing, and image, right? So how do you train your personnel to say the right thing?
You mean on social media, Jeff? You mean out?
Well, yeah, just going out there or talking to the prospects. I mean, it's very important.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely it is. Well, we do a lot of due diligence to make sure that we're only bringing on people that really like align with our visions. Like during pre-screenings, I make it a point to ask questions to like get out who you are as a person and what your priorities are. And I'm pretty good at sniffing out bullshit at this point. So, I mean, we're very picky. We're very picky. We probably only take like 15-20% of the applicants that we get, because we don't want you to just be a culture fit. We want you to be a culture add, and we want you to like be so living and breathing Freightvana that like we don't have to worry
Ricky,
about that.
say that again for the kids in the
Yeah.
back.
That's going to be the
Love
pull-out
that.
quote that Trey uses next week.
That's awesome.
It is. No, it really is. It's really powerful. Okay, pause, everybody. We've got to take a small commercial break and pay the bills around here. Everybody, listen, if you're a freight broker and you are not using greenscreens.ai for your freight pricing, check them out today. Greenscreens.ai, changing the game when it comes to dynamic pricing in the industry. Greenscreens.ai. What do you guys think about that commercial read? Was that pretty good? Not bad? Good timing?
It's pretty good.
That was awesome.
Amateur hour. We're figuring things out here, Ricky. We're figuring it out.
8.1.
I had 12 seconds, Jeff. That's what I had, 12 seconds there. That's kind of how that went. Okay. All right. We got to pause for a minute here because, Jason, we got to talk about, we got to do a little update. Oh, Jason's gone. We got to do an update with our Word on the Street Tough Mudder Charity Challenge. It's coming up April 29th, everybody, 2023. There's still time to sign up and join our team. We're going to do the 9-mile 30 obstacle course, but there's also a 3-mile, a 5K obstacle as well. So you can join us in there as well. Wanted to give you guys an update on where we're at when it comes to fundraisers. And we're off to a slow start. I'm not going to lie. Okay, here's where we're at. So we have raised $250 so far. So not bad. Jason pitched in 100. Appreciate that. So we're doing all right. But this is a competition. All right. It is a competition. And Jason's team is up to 320. So I'm a little behind so far. Our goal each is to raise $10,000 for this. So if you would like to donate, we're going to put those links into the show so you can donate. I want to tell you a little bit about this. So Jason's, his charity is Flounders Fields, and they're helping veterans in Memphis, Tennessee. It's an incredible charity. So make sure that if you align with that, help us out, help us reach that goal. I am raising money for Sook Strong. And that's an organization that helps ALS patients with end-of-life services. ALS is an incredibly expensive way to die, unfortunately. When you get the ALS diagnosis, a lot of the things that you need to have any quality of life is not covered by insurance. And so we are raising money just to literally give it to them for accommodations for their home, for their car, for communication devices, and whatever else they need to have some sort of end of life. ALS patients usually die within 1 to 4 years. And so once they get that diagnosis, it's a pretty quick slide. And unfortunately, it's really sad and difficult and financially burdensome for the family. So we're raising money for them. There's a couple ways that you can donate. You can donate directly to our GoFundMe page, or you can buy a t-shirt. We got a t-shirt on our swag store. This is the Team Beta t-shirt here. So we got teams here. So you can be on the Team Beta shirt. All proceeds go to Sook Strong. We also have the Team Lowboy shirt. All right. So depending on what you like there, I've got mine in 3 colors, just in case you're wondering. Team Lowboy has theirs in, I think just 1, unfortunately. But anyways, all the funds go to our little competitive grind there. All the funds go to our charities. We'd love for you to be part of our team, participate. And also, listen, if you're a company that wants to jump on board with this, we're going to take sponsorships as well for our shirt. And there, Hayden is highlighting it. We might as well just give Hayden a little highlight. Give him a little love right there. It's coming up April 29th, 2023 in St. Louis. So we got 3 months. Listen, if you're not somebody who's worked out much, you can certainly get in shape. And there's a little segue into the show. So just in case you guys aren't familiar with Iron Minds, every Monday morning, 6 a.m. Central on LinkedIn Live, YouTube, and Facebook. Hayden and I a little workout with somebody. Ricky, are you a workout person? Do you get a little workout in from time to time?
I do. I work out like 6 times a week, actually.
Oh, well then.
Do you even LinkedIn, Trey? She posts.
Come on.
Hey, Hayden, we need to book.
Are you talking about this one right here? This Tough Mudder Challenge? Is that what you're referring to? This one over here.
All right, so we're gonna have to get Ricky on an episode of Iron Minds on Monday morning. So a lot of good stuff happening. But anyways, for those, thank you so much for donating. Thank you so much for supporting our charities. We appreciate that so much. A lot of good things coming up. All right, something a little bit more fun. It's a national day today. Do you guys know what national day it is today? Anybody know? Oh, Ricky's got something in there. Can anybody see what Ricky's got? Everybody, it's National Sticker Day.
I thought that was a gold chain at first.
I thought they were earrings, and I was like,
they could be.
Freightvana earrings. Let's go.
Put a little loop in there. Make some Freightvana earrings. All right. There's a Zen sticker right there. It's sticker day.
Gotta go, folks.
I'll tell you what. Stickers are making a comeback. Hayden, you're out of here. Peace out, brother. See you, bud.
I'm out, bro.
Stickers
have
are
a good
making a
one.
little comeback.
See you
How
Monday.
many of you have in your companies and your swag stickers as a part of the swag game?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, I got a magnet.
You got a magnet? It's not bad. Stickers are
Oh.
making a comeback, everybody. They are definitely making a
They
comeback.
are. The cool thing, I will say, my 17-year-old nephew asked for cool stickers as part of his Christmas gift. Like that was like to put on his.
My
and I'm
13-year-old,
like,
she's just like, I want stickers
cool.
so she can put it all over her water bottle. And there's
Exactly.
smileys and
It was
faces.
like
The cool kids
thing-
know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The cool kids do know. That's true.
Do you buy a Yeti to keep your drink cold, or do you buy it because you get 10 stickers with it? Big difference.
Oh, tell me, I got 20 of them here. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say.
I got to tell you, for
How about
me,
take the 10 stickers?
for me, the sticker game started with Apple. You guys remember this? Back when you'd buy an Apple product, you get a sticker you put on your car and let everybody know that you're an Apple, fan. That's where it started for me. Was when companies started handing out stickers with their products. Was Apple. That's when the game picked up. But all right, so where do you guys get your stickers, Ricky? We're gonna give a little love today to the vendor you guys use.
Yeah, Sticker Mule.
Sticker Mule, everybody.
Yeah.
Sticker Mule. If you're looking,
That's
Mule
who we
sticker. Maybe it's the same one. Is it the same one?
Sticker
They're
Mule.
cousins. They're
Sticker
cousins.
Mule. Sticker Mule.
They're cousins. You never know. All right.
I hate stickers. I debadge all my cars and stuff like that. You don't even know
Hey, so don't send Jeff any stickers, everybody.
I
That's don't.
It's got to be Sticker Mule. Their website just screams culture. It says
Yes.
custom printing.
Yes. I'm on it
that
now.
kicks ass.
Yeah,
So,
Jennifer's
gotta
already
be it.
starting the process. Hey, Jennifer, speaking of you and I, we got a little announcement to make here. We got some things to talk about. So why don't you take it away? What's coming up? What's going on?
So TMSA has its Elevate conference June 11th through 13th. Really excited for this year's show. Trey's coming back as our MC. Our opening keynote is Jared Orton of the Savannah Bananas, and we have group tickets to the Savannah Banana Games on the Saturday before conference.
Yes.
This is like super hot off the presses. I haven't even put it on the website because I have to figure logistics out it, but I have scheduled a tour of Savannah Port Tour after conference if people are interested in that. And then all of the great stuff in between. So really, really excited. Our Trailblazer Award program launches this Tuesday, January 17th. We have 5 categories for that. So marketing mover of the year, sales mountain mover of the year, rising stars. So if you have new people we're talking a lot about recruiting today. If you have new people at your companies that are kicking ass, this is the category you can submit them for. Purpose awards, people giving back to the community. We really like to highlight that. And then the Trailblazers Award. So your sales and marketing programs and campaigns. Free for members. Cost for non-members, but everyone is welcome to submit. And just saying, your submission price is $295, which is the price of an individual membership. So you might as well just come on into
membership in the
TMSA.
industry. It's so economically affordable. Like it is one of the best in the industry. Okay, so I have to play this real quick. So if you guys are not familiar with the Savannah Bananas and Jared Orton, I just got to play this little clip real quick. Check this out.
One together. Let's do it again in Savannah, June 11th through 13, 2023. This time, let's go bananas. Join us in welcoming opening keynote speaker Jared Orton, president of the Savannah Bananas, a groundbreaking minor league baseball team that has transformed the customer experience behind the game.
Okay, so that's a minor league baseball team, and they are freaking awesome. They're so good. If you haven't seen them on TikTok, Instagram, or out there, YouTube, definitely go check them out.
And
Ricky,
I
are
have
you coming
their
to Elevate this year?
stickers
Come
sitting
on.
right there. Yeah.
Nice. Ricky, we got to get Freyvon to the TMSA. We got to get you guys out there. With
I
what
love
you guys do in
that.
the industry. Yeah, we got to make that. Make sure Shannon puts that in the budget for you guys. All right. Come out to TMSA, no pressure. But you guys can go to tmsatoday.org/elevate-conference to check out all the details and purchase
Yes,
tickets.
and our holiday pricing, so your best pricing for conference is open until next Friday the 20th. So
Man, I can't wait.
Join us.
Last year we opened up Elevate. Well, actually, it was Level Up, but we'll call it Elevate. Last year we opened up Elevate with a little TikTok dance with some members. What are we going to do this year? No idea. We got some fun planned.
We got all kinds.
You gotta
I'm
come
so
check it out.
excited. I'm so happy that we're launched. I see registrations coming in every day. It's just awesome. It's a great place.
Yeah.
Very, very huge momentum coming into this year, and it's just really exciting to be a part of and keep driving it forward. And we're in our 99th year of TMSA, so which is
I
just
know.
insane.
That's crazy for an organization, especially logistics, to be almost 100 years old.
Well, and like, what
that's
did
pretty
the railroad marketing people talk about 99 years ago? Where are those files?
There's
I
got to
want
be some
them.
archives. We've got
I
to
want
dig into the archives.
them.
Maybe we can create some black and white archives just for fun. That could actually be a fun thing this year, next year. That'd be good. So that's coming up. TMSA Elevate Conference, June 11th through 13th in Savannah, Georgia, everybody. Hope to see you guys there. It's going to be awesome. And there's some other events going on. And Ricky, I didn't prompt you for this, but I know that you're a music connoisseur. You like music. And I have a feeling you like music festivals too. Are you a music festival? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we got a little quiz out there, everybody, about Coachella. If it's in the private chat, and I think it's also in the show notes if you're watching along, take that quiz real quick. We are going to talk about that in just a minute. Have you been to a music festival, Ricky?
I've been to a lot.
Which ones?
I've been to EDC, Groove Cruise. I've been to Escape, Woogie Weekend, Lightning in a Bottle.
Which ones have you not been to?
I haven't been to Coachella. That's a little mainstream for me, honestly.
How about Tomorrowland? Have you been to that one?
Oh, that's on my bucket list.
That's on the bucket list. I have a friend over at Kingsgate Logistics, Ryan Beckham. She's been to Tomorrowland and just talked about that, like, nonstop for about a half an hour one time. So I hear that's a pretty good one as well. So
yeah,
there's something in June in Tennessee. I don't know.
I think Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo. My husband's going to it, but
I went the first 2 years and it was $99, and now it's $400 for a 2-day pass.
Oh,
and it's gotten too mainstream. I like the Old Fish and Grateful Dead and Widespread Panic stuff. They don't do that anymore.
Interesting. So you've never been to Coachella. You don't plan on going to Coachella. It's too mainstream.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. Well, we're going to do our quiz on Coachella today, just because that's what we came up with. So good.
I gotta run, guys.
Hi, Raquel.
Yeah, you got to try the Ultra Music Festival in
Ultra has one in Croatia as well, and that's also on the bucket list. It's during Yacht Week, and I will be going.
You'll be bouncing around the whole time, man.
Oh, Trey, you muted.
Amateur hour. I've rarely been to I've been to a couple of music festivals, but not like the ones you're talking about. I've been to like Winter Jam, which is like for Christian youth group stuff. I've been to Passion conferences. Yeah, Winter Jam is fire, no doubt. It's like a great concert, and it's $10. I mean, it's totally affordable. It's one night, so it's really worth going to. Passion with Lou Giglio, Chris Tomlin. I've been to that one, and Creation Fest is pretty rocking out east. But I haven't been to some of the others, and I think I would enjoy it. I think I would have enjoyed. I think I would have enjoyed like Woodstock back in the day. I would have, that would have been pretty epic. But now it's like they're everywhere. Everybody's doing it. It's not. It was a one-time thing. Then now it's everywhere. So, all right, let's take a look at this quiz. Everybody's had a chance to take this quiz real quick. It's only 5 questions today, so not very long. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. Let's see if anybody knows anything about Coachella. I learned a lot. I didn't know anything about this prior to today. So here we go. Question number 1. When was the first Coachella Music Festival? Correct answer is 1999. The year of Y2K, everybody, leading into Y2K. 1999, so it's been around for quite a while, which is pretty impressive. It's not bad, not bad. All right, next question is, let's see what we got here. Question number 2. Was there a Coachella every year from 2001 until the pandemic? Yes or no? These questions always get me because it's like I'm a test taker and I'm trying to figure out. The correct answer, everybody, is yes. They have had a show every year since 1999. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, no breaks in there with some of the economic things. 2008. But here's what I've learned about entertainment. Entertainment now, I call people want them when things are good and they want them when things are bad because they just want to forget about what's going on in life. So that's kind of where that one is. Okay, question number 3. How many different Coachella stages are there? Correct answer is 7.
Oh,
wow.
Damn.
Yeah, 7 stages. Yeah, and I guess it's over several acre area. Again, I haven't been there.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, it's huge. Ricky, what's the biggest music festival you've been to?
EDC Las Vegas. That's 7 stages and like 7 art cars. An art car is basically just like a stage like on a vehicle that travels. It's freaking amazing. It's the best experience ever. If you're into EDM, I highly recommend going to EDC.
Do you have any plans this year to go to any shows? Are there any on the calendar yet?
I'm going to Lost Lands.
Which is
it's Excision's festival in Ohio, and it's dinosaur themed.
Oh, nice.
So it's a bunch of dubstep. It's going to be like pretty gnarly, but like I'm here for it.
That's awesome, and hopefully you'll create some content so I can learn because I'm feeling very old today. Everybody, just with Ricky on the show. All right, next question, number 4. Who will be the first Latin American solo artist to headline the music festival? All right, I mean, I'm glad to see Ricky Martin made the poll. I have a feeling it's not him. The correct answer, it's not Shakira. It's actually Bad Bunny. What? Bad Bunny. will be the first Latin American artist to, I know, learn something new. Learn something new every day. All right. And the last question of the quiz, and this is always interesting because some of these things, I'll tell you, some of these things are long. You know, some of these things are, you know, you got to camp out and they're really long. How long does the Coachella Music Festival last? Is it 3-day weekend, a 4-day weekend, only 2 days, or no idea? Somebody put no idea. But the correct answer is 3-day weekend. It's a 3-day festival. Yep. So, Ricky, what's the longest festival you've been?
The longest festival, I think, was Lightning in a Bottle. Yeah, that was 5 days. That was pretty early.
And do you spend the night? Are you like a camp out type? Like, it's like, talk about the experience.
Yeah. So, honestly, it's a little on the hippier side for my taste, but it was definitely an awesome experience. That you have to camp because it's like in the middle of nowhere in California on a lake.
Okay.
We rented a RV and we had hookup, and I'm such a princess. Like, I do not camp. So that was the way to do it.
Hey, an RV hookup's a pretty sweet setup if you can get it. We usually do that for Indy 500 every year. Unfortunately, we will not be doing that this year, and most people on this show, unfortunately, know why. We're going to talk about that today. That's a depressing topic for me and my family. All right. So moving on. Okay, so Ricky, thanks so much for being on the show today. We always end the show in a kind of a unique way. We have this thing we do called This Week in Pictures. And This Week in Pictures is basically the street crew giving everybody, putting in their pictures, maybe some news stories, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to go ahead and get this started, and we're going to call it a day. All right, so This Week in Pictures. First of all, number one, what do we got here? Coleman, what in the world?
I can't see him, so I'm assuming we're talking about the picture.
Oh, wait, you can't see it? Oh, hang on.
We got 7 people in a room.
Okay, so this is kind of a sad story. This is a before and after picture. So those are my 2 dogs. We've got Izzy and Fletcher. We had to get them groomed this weekend. Took them to a new groomer, and it didn't go so hot.
We ended up with this.
We ended up with this. So shaved them down, left their heads super long. And if you look at Izzy, the one on the right, when she came out of the groomers, all I could see was this next picture. And I swear everybody will be able to see the resemblance if it's in there. It's Edna mode. They literally, you set them right next to each other and we're like, oh my God. So we started calling her Edna over this last week. But you can tell that they're definitely embarrassed about it.
Let's just take one more look. Not bad. I love the look on their faces. Like, I can't believe you did this to me. Like, it's almost like they're embarrassed. It's like you just made them naked, and they're just not happy.
See their reflection in the glass. They're like,
yeah. Oh yeah. You can tell that they're embarrassed. They're just walking around like, oh my God, I look like this.
Like, I can't wait till you go to sleep. I'm gonna cut you.
Okay, you got this one. I got this one in here for you, Coleman. Check it out. You weren't planning on it, but I got it in.
Oh, nice. There we go. Those are the bao buns that my wife and I made the other day. We were kind of just spur of the moment, wanted to give it a try, and they turned out pretty darn good.
Yeah, I'm
is that homemade bao?
Oh yeah, homemade everything right there.
Man, you send me that recipe.
We're going to have to drop that recipe.
I love myself some bao.
Yeah. I don't know what those are, so we're gonna have to make sure that we get that. We get that in there. That's for sure.
Delicious.
Uncultured, Trey. Uncultured.
Yeah,
I know. Don't admit it. It's embarrassing, Ricky. It's embarrassing, but we'll work. All right. Okay, next, check this out, everybody. If you haven't seen Straight Vonda trailers in your area, let's make sure you take a picture if you do and send it. It's called the Ricky, isn't that what you guys are doing? I'm just playing some background music for you. But don't you guys have a Friends of Freight Vonda little thing going?
Yeah, we do. So if you ever get, if you have Freight Vonda merch that you're wearing, or, you see a trailer, it's hashtag Friends of Freight Vonda. But those 2 trailers were spotted by my husband, who drives back and forth between here and Orange County for work. I have not seen a trailer personally in the wild yet, but he's seen like a million, and I'm like getting a little irritated that I haven't.
I know, me too. I'm jealous. It's FOMO because all these people are seeing Freight Vonda trailers, and I'm not seeing any. Maybe I should leave my house from time to time. Maybe that's what I should do.
I have seen one, and I now want Freight Vonda earrings. Now that I feel like that's gonna be
the new swag item. New swag item. That's right.
Hey, tell Lars I say hello.
I will. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Ricky, you got that co-branded hat I sent you? Do you have that lying around somewhere? Look at this, everybody. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's a word on the street, Freight Vonda hat, everybody. Look at that, co-branded. Look at that. So we need to see some content with that as well. Okay. All right, Jennifer, what do we got here?
So I'm reading. So Jesse Cole is the owner of the Savannah Bananas, but the president's coming. But I'm reading his book, and my son wanted to snuggle with me. So just showing how I live most of my life, and then we were making cookies, and I teach him all the important things in life. But it was funny with this. He was like, "I'm not eating that; it's burnt." I'm like, "No, it's chocolate batter." Like he thought it was burnt.
Honestly, I thought it was like a piece of bone with some meat. I was like, "What kind of animal is that?"
Kids are so honest. You gotta love it. They're absolutely honest. All right, and then we got this one, Jennifer, right here.
Oh yeah, oh man, I left my coffee in the kitchen.
Oh, you did? But anyway, so
I would have it here. But yeah, that's Trey made me Let's Go Girls cup, and I of course purchased it promptly, and I drink out of it often.
This is on the swag store, everybody. Listen, we do custom merch around here for our friends, and so if we might have to pull some Freightvana earrings on the swag store at this point. I don't know.
Well, because the design is so cool. You could.
I know. They got. I know the
wear
triangles.
them
I know.
real. Yeah.
Look at that. I know. That's it right there. Totally got it. You're gonna have to rock that. So good. All right. Next thing we got here. This is from me. So a couple things. So this is how Tiger lives his day. Up in the left-hand corner every day, he just lays on the bed. He's a lazy dog. We finished a 1,000-piece Harry Potter puzzle for my daughter Naomi. That's my daughter Hannah in the middle. She is really getting into horseback riding, and now she's actually working at the facility. So she is like cleaning the horses' hooves and doing all kinds of different things with the horses, and just so confident. It's unbelievable. And then right there on the right, I got a little gift from my good friend Chet Olson, Dave RL. Very cool little thing he sent over. His family grows grapes up in Oregon. Didn't know that. Pretty cool stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So the wine in that bottle came from the grapes from his family's vineyard. Also, some of you might not know it because of my background, but I'm actually in Portland, Oregon today. I'm not at my home office, even though it looks like it. I got nothing here, just pretending. Yeah, But this is how I was welcomed to Portland, everybody. Check this out. My two of my team members, Ruth and Morgan.
That's so hilarious. That's great.
We definitely drew some stares at the
backstage
airport
right now. Well done, ladies. That's so
yeah. Now, Scott, listen. I have to say, here's the best part. All right, so I didn't know they were going to be there. All right, because I had another ride coming to the airport to pick me up. I didn't know they were going to be there. So I get off the plane, and what am I doing? I got my AirPods in. I'm staring at my phone. I walked right past them. Didn't even know they were there.
What a good boss.
And they were like,
someone else
like,
coming
Trey,
from prison.
they had to come and like tap on my shoulder as I walked away. I literally did not even see them. But I could also say that I saw the signs early and didn't want to, be the person that walked up to them. But it was really, really thoughtful of them and pretty hilarious. And we love to have a lot of fun around here, which is great. All right, we're going to end with this. This is the end of our show today. Check this out. There's a guy in Hawaii, Coleman. You might know this. He owns 98% of the island, and he got pulled over for a ticket for speeding. I think that he may have a chance to get out of that one. But anyways, hey, listen, it was a great show. Ricky, thanks so much for being on the show. Appreciate you so much and all the stuff you're doing over at Freightvana. Hope to see you at Elevate as well. No pressure. Well, some pressure. We're going to put a little pressure on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it was just great having you on the show. Make sure you guys come back next week for episode 140 of The Word on the Street. We're going to have a guest that I'm trying to lock down right now. Hopefully he'll be on the show. But we'll get him on the show next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So everybody have a great weekend out there, and we'll see you back real soon. Peace out, everybody.